Hi, my dear friends. Ready for a challenge? Today I have a challenge for your listening and phrases and idioms in English. Here's what we're going to do. First, I'm going to give you or ask a multiple choice question. There is an idiom or a phrase with three choices, A, B, C. You can't guess the meaning at first, most of you. Then I'm going to play a video, and when you watch that video, it helps you guess the meaning of that expression or that phrase. And I'm going to play each video twice, so if you don't understand it at first, it's okay, you have another chance. So after that, I'll explain the meaning of that idiom. So let's do the challenge. Here's the first question, as you can see. Who's coconuts enough to do something? What does it mean, who's coconuts? Most of you haven't heard this before. There are three options, okay? Look at them. Who's confident enough, who's crazy enough, or who's careless enough to do something. So you are not able to guess the meaning now. Watch the video twice and try to guess the meaning.
Thanks. I'm just there till my divorce is final.
Oh, now who is coconuts enough to divorce you?
We gotta go. Thanks. I'm just there till my divorce is final.
Oh, now who is coconuts enough to divorce you?
We gotta go.
Well, what you watched in the video was this. A beautiful and attractive woman was talking to that man. They were talking about a house. The woman said, I'm going to stay there until my divorce. So she said, I'm going to divorce my husband. Then the man said, who's coconuts enough to divorce you? What does it mean? It means who's crazy enough? It means you are very beautiful and attractive. And if a man divorces you, that man is crazy. No one would like to divorce you. So who is crazy enough to divorce you? So who is coconuts enough means who's crazy enough. If you do that, you are stupid to do something. Listen to the example. So who's coconuts enough to jump into the freezing river or freezing water? Water is freezing, very cold, and no one would like to jump in there. Who's coconuts enough to do that? Who's crazy enough to do that? So who's coconuts enough means who's crazy enough to do something. It was the first one.
I'm just there till my divorce is final.
Oh, now who is coconuts enough to divorce you?
We gotta go.
The second one is easier. You can guess the meaning. Look at the question, bump into somebody. What does it mean? Look at the choices. A, meet someone unexpectedly. B, have an argument with someone. C, follow someone secretly. Okay, now, watch the video and try to guess.
Hey, Rach, funny story. I bumped into Joanna on the street yesterday.
My boss, Joanna?
Hey, Rach, funny story. I bumped into Joanna on the street yesterday.
My boss, Joanna?
So he said, hey, Rach, funny story. I bumped into Joanna on the street yesterday. And then she said, my boss, Joanna. So, I bumped into Joanna on the street. So which choice has the closest meaning, A, B, C? Which one? Bump into somebody means run into somebody, means see somebody unexpectedly. So I bumped into Joanna on the street means I accidentally saw Joanna on the street. So bump into somebody or run into somebody means see somebody unexpectedly. Listen to the example. I bumped into my old teacher at the mall yesterday. Now watch the video again.
Hey, Rach, funny story. I bumped into Joanna on the street yesterday.
My boss, Joanna?
All right, now question number 3. Here's the question. Bring it down a notch. Again, it's a B1, B2 level. Many of you haven't heard this one before. So the meaning, the choices actually. Bring it down a notch. A, show a little more self-control. B, stop what you're doing completely. C, try to be more professional. Now, watch the video and try to guess the meaning.
I don't want to go home. I'm not finished with my drink, Anita.
I know, but you said you were home.
Is there a problem here? Why don't you mind your damn business?
Sir, you have had so much to drink. You're in a room full of cops.
So?
So bring it down a notch.
Why don't you bring it down a notch. I don't want to go home. I'm not finished with my drink, Anita.
I know, but you said you were home.
Is there a problem here?
Why don't you mind your damn business?
Sir, you have had so much to drink. You're in a room full of cops.
So?
So bring it down a notch.
Why don't you bring it down a notch?
So the big man was drinking and he was drunk. His wife said, let's go home. He said, no, I don't want to go home. Leave me alone. And he started making a lot of noise. All right. Then the other man was a cop, was a police officer. And he said, is there a problem here? The big man said, why don't you mind your own business? Mind your own business. Business means go away. Stay out of it. It's not related to you. Mind your own business. Go away. Then the other woman said, there were 4 people. The other woman said, you are so drunk. You can't control yourself. You are in a room full of cops. There are a lot of police officers, a lot of cops in this room. So you can't understand what you're doing. Then the big man said, so what? The police officer said, so bring it down a notch. Can you guess the meaning? So bring it down a notch means control yourself. Calm down. You are making a lot of noise and it's too loud and you are making others uncomfortable. So bring it down a notch. Control yourself. And then the big man said, you bring it down a notch. And then they got into a fight. So bring it down a notch means, I have an example here. Calm down a little or be less intense. Calm down. Example, you're getting too excited. You're getting too excited about something. Relax. Bring it down a notch. All right? Now watch the video one more time.
You have had so much to drink. You're in a room full of cops.
So?
So bring it down a notch.
Why don't you bring it down a notch?
Now, number 4. The question is, please send my regrets. It's an easy one. You can start them. You can guess the meaning. The choice is A, let them know I'm disappointed. B, let them know I apologize for missing it. C, let them know I changed my mind. Now, watch the video and try to guess the meaning.
Honey, what the hell are you doing there?
He wants to cancel his party.
Party that I have rescheduled 3 times so that the whole family could be together?
Please send my regrets.
Eso es lo que me faltaba a mí. That's it. Honey, what the hell are you doing
He
there?
wants to cancel his party.
Party that I have rescheduled 3 times so that the whole family could be together?
Please send my regrets.
So the mom was very angry and she said, what are you doing there? Then the dad said he wants to cancel his party. So they were going to go to a party and the mom got very angry, got very mad. And she said, I've rescheduled 3 times so that everyone could be at the party. It means I changed the time of the party 3 times so you could come to the party. And now you're saying I want to cancel the party? Then the boy said, send the question. Please send my regrets. So we use this sentence. It means, please tell them that I'm sorry I can't attend. So send somebody my regrets means I can't go to their party. I can't attend that meeting or party or anything. So when you can't attend, can't go to a party or a meeting, you may use this sentence. Please send my regrets. Please tell them that I can't go to their party. This is the meaning. So B, let them know I apologize for missing it. This is the correct answer. Please send them my regrets. Watch the video one more time.
Honey, what the hell are you doing
He
there?
wants to cancel his party.
Party that I have rescheduled 3 times so that the whole family could be together?
Please send my regrets.
Eso es lo que me faltaba a mí. That's it.
You could have me.
Now come here or sink.
Now, number 5. This one is hard. This one is hard, and I hope the video helps you guess the meaning. Okay. So pull a ditch and dash with somebody. You've never heard this one before. Pull a ditch and dash with somebody. A, leave someone unexpectedly and disappear. B, avoid talking about a problem. C, end a relationship politely. Now you are not able to guess the meaning. Watch the video. I hope it helps you.
You smiled at me in the lobby.
I smiled because I couldn't believe you pulled a ditch and dash with that poor girl back there.
You smiled at me in the lobby.
I smiled because I couldn't believe you pulled a ditch and dash with that poor girl back there.
All right, the man said you smiled at me at the lobby when we were in the lobby. You smiled at me. Then the woman said, I smiled at you because I couldn't believe you pulled a ditch and dash with that poor girl back there. It's still complicated, it's not very helpful. Means to leave someone behind or abandon them unexpectedly. For example, a boy and a girl go on a date, and then after that date, the boy leaves that girl without telling her. He doesn't answer her calls. He doesn't want to see her again. He avoids her. So when you leave someone like this, unexpectedly, not politely, suddenly, you pull a ditch and dash with them. Listen to the example. So the meaning is to leave someone behind or abandon them unexpectedly. Abandon means leave. He pulled a ditch and dash on his date and never came back. So this is one way of ending a relationship. So the woman said there was a poor girl and you pulled a ditch and dash on her. You left her alone. You left her unexpectedly. Well, this one was hard. Watch the video again.
You smiled at me in the lobby.
I smiled because I couldn't believe you pulled a ditch and dash with that poor girl back there.
Now, number 6, you blush. What does it mean? A, you become embarrassed and your face turns red. B, you become nervous and start shaking. C, you become excited and start smiling. So which one? Now, watch the video, it helps you.
You blush whenever I come near you. You blush whenever I come near you.
Well, the boy said, you blush whenever I come near you, I come close to you. And so you blush means when you are, let's check the choices A, B, C. The boy said, or the boy thinks, I am very handsome and you like me, but you are shy to tell me. So when I come close to you, you are embarrassed and your face turns red because you like me. And this is a feeling that we have when we have a crush on somebody or when we like somebody. When they come close to us, we blush, we feel embarrassed and our face turns red. So the answer is A. You blush means you become embarrassed and your face turns red because you like me, okay, you are into me, but you can't tell me. But I can understand, I can feel it in your face and in your behavior. Example, so the meaning is your face turns red because you're embarrassed, shy, or flattered. You blush every time she compliments you. She compliments you means she admires you. She says something nice about you. When she says something nice about you, you blush. For example, she says, you are very helpful, you are very handsome, and you blush, you feel shy. That's the meaning. So, watch it one more time.
You blush whenever I come near you.
Now, number 7, get over yourself. What does it mean? A, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop thinking you're so important. And stop worrying about what others think. Now watch the video. This video is the rest of the previous video. So I'll play it from the beginning. I'll play it again. Watch the video again.
You blush whenever I come near you.
Get over yourself. I don't blush.
You blush whenever I come near you.
Get over yourself. I don't blush.
Well, the boy said, I repeated the previous video. The boy said, you blush anytime I come close to you. And then the girl said, oh, get over yourself. What does it mean? It means, no, it's not like that. You feel that you are very handsome and I like you. And when you are near me, I blush. But no, it's not like that. So you think that you are very handsome. You think that I like you, but I don't. So get over yourself means stop thinking you're so important. Stop thinking you're so handsome, you're so important. Stop thinking I like you, everyone likes you. So this is the meaning of, oh no, come on, get over yourself. Listen to the example. When you have too much self-confidence, or when you are overconfident about yourself, people or others say, get over yourself. Listen, get over yourself. Not everything is about you. Let me give you another example. I am the best English teacher in the world. And then you may say, oh, get over yourself. It's not like that. You are not the best. Get over yourself, okay?
You blush whenever I come near you.
Get over yourself. I don't blush.
Oh yeah?
And the last one, number 8, the question is, he's in a mood. What does it mean? Bad mood, good mood. A, he is feeling emotionally difficult or bad-tempered. B, he is feeling excited and happy. C, he is thinking very deeply. So which one means he is in a mood? Now, watch the video.
Hello, I have an appointment to see Gavin Sinclair.
Not today. He's in a mood.
Okay. Hello, I have an appointment to see Gavin Sinclair.
Not today. He's in a mood.
Okay.
Well, the first girl said, I have an appointment to see Gavin, I don't remember. And then the secretary said, not today, he is in a mood. So what does it mean? It means you can't see him today because he is in a mood. So it must mean he is not in a good mood. So you can't see him, all right? So he is in a mood means the best one is A. He is feeling emotionally difficult or bad-tempered. So he is in a mood means he is in a bad mood. You can't see him today because he is in a bad mood. Example, don't talk to him right now. He is in a mood. Yeah, don't talk to him. He's angry, he's upset, he's bad-tempered. He's in a mood, don't talk to him. So these are all the expressions we learned from this video today. I'll write them again here with the meanings. You can take a screenshot. And some of the videos, some of the questions were hard, some of them were easy. I hope you'll, from now on, you'll learn these phrases and you can use them in your speaking. You need to review them a couple of times. So take a screenshot, have it on your phone, and try to review these expressions at least once a day for a week. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. See you soon.